Hello, knife lovers. Welcome to Knife Delights, a place where friends can gather and discuss all things knives. We're going to begin our review of the Imperial Scout knives with the classic BSA Model 1996 camp knife. These camp knives had 4 blades, a main blade, a can opener, a cap lifter and flat blade combo, and an awl. So this very first one that I'm going to show you is one of the earlier models, and of note is this big screwdriver blade, and it is bigger than or longer than what the awl is. This knife also features the first class emblem on it. It is raised and it is metal, and then it's got black jigged handles and smooth nickel silver bolsters. It has a non-removable clevis here, and it is just a nice specimen of an early knife. Now this one was manufactured from 1949 to 1955. This is a later model, and even of this later model, there are a couple different versions of this one, but you'll notice here how the awl is longer than what the screwdriver blade is. And there's a difference. There's another model of this one where the screwdriver is just a little bit different than on this one. But you can see pretty big difference in size. This one has a plastic shield, and it's embedded down in there. It's smooth. This one here is raised. You can feel it raised there. Again, there's a different version of just this one here, and the other version of this one is thicker than what this one is. Now, the early version of this one, although it's the same model, it's a different version, and I don't want to get into all the different version designation. It gets very confusing, but you can see that this one here on the left, the much earlier version, is wider, and that's because it appears that the blades are wider on them, thicker, which makes sense. So these are kind of the classic Boy Scout camp knives. I do want to add that this version here, was manufactured between 1958 and 1962. Okay, continuing on with a couple more of the classic looking camp knives. This model here has the same 4 blades, and the screwdriver is shorter than the awl. It has the BSA emblem, the first class symbol. It's molded into the handle, and they came in brown or reddish handles. Now the handles on this model aged differently, resulting today in many different shades of handles and logos. And these knives were manufactured from 1958 to 1962. You see that "be prepared" on there. Now here we have some more camp knives, but it is a different model number. These are model number 1045. And again, they have the same basic 4 blades, but they have smooth plastic covers, non-removable clevises, and you got the BSA logo just embossed on the handle here, or on the cover. So this brown one here was manufactured from 1982 to 1985, and the ones with the red covers were manufactured from 1986 to 2007. There were two other cover colors. Black covers were manufactured from 73 to 79, and those with white covers were manufactured from 1980 to 81. Now this particular knife happens to be a model number 1046, and it is shorter than the other knives, measuring in at 3.5 inches closed. It has natural rosewood handles and 5 blades, which is the main blade, the can opener, the cat lifter and flat blade combo, and a Phillips screwdriver. And as you can see, the handle's notched out there for the screwdriver to go into. And number 5. This one does not have a clevis. It has a raised first class emblem, metal. And this particular knife was manufactured from 1952 to 1962. Now this is a single blade stainless steel knife, and little is known about it other than it does have the National Council logo on there. Boy Scouts of America National Council. I don't know when they were made, but that's what that looks like. Now there seems to be a matching fork, again with the National Council logo on there, and all this knife has on it is stainless steel. It doesn't say who the manufacturer is, but I'm assuming it's Imperial, but I don't know. This one does have a unique tang stamp on it though. It says Imperial, underlined stainless, and then USA underneath it. That does not show up on any tang stamp charts that I have seen, so not sure about this. But it was made in the USA, apparently. Now this last knife here is a 3-bladed knife. It does not have a leather punch. And it does have a removable bail. And unlike all the other Scout knives, it does have a threaded bolster here. I was not able to find out much about this knife other than I saw an ad on an auction site that had a very similar knife. It had the smooth black cover with that logo on it. And this appears to be an unofficial Canadian Boy Scout knife that Imperial made. So again, not much is known about it, but for any of my Canadian viewers out there, if you happen to know more about this particular model of knife, why, please let me know in the comments. Well, I hope you enjoyed this little tour of the Imperial Scout knives. And until next time, have a very delightful day.